We're here with Michael Magnuson, president of Saab Aircraft, and we are talking about the values of the turboprops in the last year and what has happened to them.
So far, the value seems to be holding up. Even though the supply has gone up a little bit of turboprops, the demand is still out there. Now, the demand is mostly outside the U.S. We see the demand Eastern Europe, Latin America, Australia, parts of Africa is still picking up turboprops, whether it's Saabs or other turboprops.
And what can you tell us about some of the charts you have for us here, and what they say to us about the values of regional aircraft?
Well, the charts focus very much on the supply and demand of the airplanes, and of course that goes together with the pricing as well. So if we look here on the big picture over the last 10 years, we've seen over the last 5 years a steady decline in the available of turboprops, and then a little ticking up here towards the end of last year of the availability of turboprops.
Mm-hmm.
And then what we've done in this chart is to show it more in detail. And we break it out between turboprops and regional jets. So going from May 08 to May 09, you can obviously see that there was an increase in turboprop availability and an increase in jet availability, roughly about a 50% increase. Now that may sound a lot, but in the big turboprop market, which is very big, it isn't that much actually. Mm-hmm. So we're seeing that the supply has really not dramatically outbalanced the demand. Mm-hmm. And that's why I'm saying that the values continue to hold up. Mm-hmm. We've seen on the Saabs, for example, we're seeing places that we're not used to do business with as much, where they are buying Saabs. I'm thinking of the Bahamas, I'm thinking of Argentina, I'm thinking of Poland, 3 countries that in the last 6 months have been buying Saabs and buying Saabs for cash.
Mm-hmm. And how are those values holding up?
And hence the values are holding up. So that both the 340As and the 340Bs are holding up.
Now the industry is going through a lot of changes right now. How do you think that's going to affect turboprops?
In many different ways. The turboprops will still be in demand because it is a very cost-effective airplane. Mm-hmm. I think the industry last year, with a few prices being up at $145 per barrel, really scared them. Mm-hmm. They realized the value of the turboprops. They realized the vulnerability of the regional jets in certain markets. So hence, that's why even on the new turboprop sales, people kind of want to hedge themselves a little bit. They want to make sure they have turboprops on the shorter sectors, and they want to make sure that they deploy the regional jets on the longer sectors where you can get an efficiency from a regional jet by virtue of its speed.
Well, thank you very much, Michael. I really appreciate that. That was very illuminating for me yesterday, and I appreciate you repeating it for me today.
Thank you, Kathy.
Yeah.
So how can I look at that? I am